Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Web Piano Teacher Artist Series podcast. I keep fumbling that up, but that's okay. Where we are going through every song on Billy Joel's The Stranger album. You'd think this is like our third take. But I'd be able
We
to
always do that.
get that out better. So we are up to track number 6 on that album, which is Only the Good Die Young. So
let's do it.
Go for it.
Come out, Virginia, don't let me wait. The Catholic girls start much too late. But sooner or later it comes down to fate. I might as well be the one. Well, they showed you a statue, told you to pray. They built you a temple and locked you away. But they never told you the price that you pay for the things that you might have done. Well, only the good die young. That's what I said. Only the good die young. Only the good die young. You might have heard with a dangerous crowd. We ain't too pretty, we ain't too proud. We might be laughing a bit too loud. But they'll never hurt no one. So come on, Virginia, show me a sign. Send up a signal, I'll throw you a line. The stained glass curtain you're hiding behind never lets in the sun. Darling, only the good die young. 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 You got a nice white dress and a party on your confirmation. Oh, got a brand new soul and a cross of gold. But Virginia, they didn't give you quite enough information. Oh, you didn't count on me. You were counting on your rosary. Oh, they say that the heaven for those who will wait. Some say it's better, but I say it ain't. I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints. The sinners are much more fun. You know that only the good die young. Oh, baby. Only the good die young. Only the good die young. Said your mother told you all that I could give you was a reputation. She never cared for me. Did she ever say a prayer for me? Whoa, 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 come out, Virginia, don't let me wait. The Catholic girls start much too late. But sooner or later it comes down to fate. Might as well be the one. You know that only the good die young. Tell you, baby, only the good die young. Only the good die young. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's high. Ooh, 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 ooh. I forgot the solo. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, well, not perfect, but
Where did that energy come from?
well, we had those two, takes, and then I was just ready the third time. Took some pre-workout this morning. Ready to go, man. All right. So, wow, what a song.
Yes, I'm going to preface this by saying we've talked a little about this song, but we both prepare separately.
Well, we started doing that and we do better.
Yeah, but I was going to tell the audience you're getting like off the cuff. You don't know. I don't know what you're going to say about this song.
Well, I feel like if you went to a high school and found the one person who has the strongest views about politics, church, sex, anything, and then told them to write a song about how they feel, and then I made it a song, that would be what you get here. It's just a kid in high school writing about life from his perspective, What do you think?
Well, and what's on their high school boy's mind probably 99.9% of the day.
Yeah, I think people take this song and they probably took it too seriously. But that's what it is. It's just a kid, right? Some songs are intentionally evil, and we can pick those out. We can find those pretty easy.
Yeah.
But this one's just, to me, a kid saying out loud what he's thinking. And Billy Joel has always been very honest in his life. He always says what he's thinking, and he's, caught flack for it. But, that song, Honesty, I mean, so I think he's just being honest. How old was he when he wrote this? He might have
20s.
Yeah. And he might have even started earlier. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
You start a song and you write it about something earlier. But yeah, just a young kid. And I don't know. I don't agree this is the way we should live our life. I don't want my kids to live their life this way. But, we've all grown up and we've all had history. And to me, it's just a slice of life during that time. And it's kind of funny. To me, it's kind of comical, playing and singing it.
I think it's one of the funniest songs.
Yeah.
I maybe have ever heard.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Uh-huh.
But interesting thing about this song, so when Billy Joel brought it to the band in the recording process, it was a reggae song. There is an interview out there, you can find it on YouTube, where he plays it, how he had originally thought it up. And I'm just glad it's not a reggae song.
Yeah.
But the drummer, I have his name written down here, Liberty DeVito. So then there's been controversy since about this song. I think he was in his band for a very, very, very long time.
Okay.
And then left.
Was he a childhood friend or?
How do you define childhood?
I don't know.
All right, if you're in your early 20s, I guess you're not a child.
You knew him from the band. Okay.
Yeah. But he, when Billy Joel brought this, and this band, they're mostly like the New York, they got that New York attitude.
Oh, yeah.
So that he brings this reggae song, and we already learned that in Just the Way You Are, they were like, this song is terrible, man.
Yeah.
You're going to be a wedding singer for the rest of your career. This is, and it took 2 women to say, you've got to do this song.
Yeah.
So they tell it like it is. They never held their feelings from Billy Joel. He brought them this song. It was a reggae beat, and they were like, anyway, Liberty DeVito said he threw his drumsticks at him and told him that was terrible.
Uh-huh.
And he said, he's trying to claim royalties on it.
Still?
Stuff like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't like to get sucked into the drama.
Uh-huh.
But he's like, if it wasn't for me, this would be a reggae song, and it wouldn't be the hit that it is.
Did he tell him what to do with it? Or
I have no idea.
Did he just say it's no good?
If I could get royalties for all the times I tell people something's not good, I'd be well off.
Yeah.
Because I have opinions sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he just said it wasn't any good, or did he actually give a suggestion to change it?
I don't know. I am sure if you're in a room with other talented musicians and you are problem solving together, there's a think tank that occurs, and even if you're not giving the tangible ideas to change something, I think people are feeding off of the energy of each other's ideas.
Yeah, sure.
So even if he had an idea that wasn't into the song, it possibly sparked an idea for Billy Joel or somebody else to come up with how the song ended up. So it's hard to say who owns what.
Yeah.
In a
but anyway,
situation like
even
that.
if he did give a suggestion, that contribution is just minuscule, not deserving of, royalties. But he did. Does Billy Joel say that he did? That's what happened?
I mean, he says the band, he brought it to the band and they said it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that in the
So
interview.
he went back and changed it.
But he said the reason that he did that was because he knew the song was a pretty heavy subject matter.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he wanted to bring a lightness in the music.
Okay.
Which I love songs that do that when it's a
Right.
sad song that has a happy tune.
Yeah.
I just think that's so, like, I just love that. So that's what he was trying to do with this, like, reggae beat. Does Billy Joel have any reggae style songs?
Well, he's hit everything. I imagine this in there somewhere. It may not be one of the hits, but so anyway, the guy was trying to get. Did he like legally try to get royalties?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just sad.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, it was a reggae song.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, and you can find Billy Joel playing a little bit of it
in the reggae
style, and it's
not the same at all.
Not the same.
Yeah. I like it. It it has this opening which never comes back again.
Yeah.
You have oh sorry, yeah. It's just has nothing to do with the rest of the song. That chord progression never comes up. That style of piano never comes up again.
And then you think what brings that style into the rest of the song is the drum.
Yeah, right. And so you have this thing. I don't know what he plays on piano. You can't really hear the piano during this part. So I'm wondering what he does. He probably just does something like that. But if you're playing it by yourself, I kind of like to do the bass part.
Oh, yeah.
So you have the kind of this. If you've ever played guitar, dink, 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 when they do that and they kind of mute with the left hand, dink, dink, dink. So that's kind of the way I do this when I play that. It's kind of hard to get used to do that and to sing all those words and lyrics at the same time. But it's not something really complicated. Just F, G, and C in the key of C. Da, da, da. And then I love only the good die. The accent is on 2. Here we go. Da 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 for 1, 2. Da 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 1, 2. Da 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 da.
It certainly adds like excitement. To the song.
Yeah. So I love that. There's a word for that. I can't think of it. Onomatopoeia speaks in my mind, but that's not has anything to do.
No.
It's aeola or something like that, where you put the downbeat on not the downbeat. When you put it on something, 1, 2, aeola or something like that. Anyway, that's a musical term. But I thought that's because you're waiting for that beat. Only the good die, da. And it feels like, oh, that's the downbeat. It's not. It's count 2. It made you wait for it.
Yeah.
Da. And that's the, the pinnacle of the song. Only the good die, da, 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 da. Yeah. So the solo is an homage to, who do you think?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, he's the first one I think that ever did that, and then everyone else started copying it. Just having a.
He's probably not the first that did it. He's probably the first that got recognized for doing it. Yeah,
well, you had blues, and then when the blues got sped up with Elvis, then you had the faster blues. So maybe there was. I can hear that in slow, but if you speed it up. Kind of hard to play, by the way. You have to
I was going to ask you.
Feel like a jackhammer. But, that shows he loves the blues rock and roll there, too, which I think fits the kind of rebellious attitude.
Yes. I just get like I'm so glad it went from reggae to like this like rockabilly, like just the whole attitude about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's got an edge to chip on your shoulder kind of thing. And
a teenager thinking all adults are against him. Don't want you to have what you want to have. Wah, wah, wah. No.
Yeah, and I love the way he does his voice on this, because you have the sweet sound, Don't go changing, because he can do that so well.
Yeah.
But then, what are the words?
Come out, Virginia.
Yeah, come out, Virginia. Don't let me wait. The kind of, Jersey kid,
it's just
tough
perfect.
guy sound, which I love when he does that too. So, yeah, just cool.
Once again, you can see the whole scene.
Uh-huh.
You can see the whole picture. And he said there was no Virginia. It was just this like, she was just the like imagination, the girl of his imagination that never actually came together.
Uh-huh.
Just sort of that fantasy girl of his teenage years.
Uh-huh.
But then later in the book, he said, well, actually, there was a girl that really existed that ended up kind of being the inspiration for a lot of these types of songs where he's sort of got this like attitude about the young love kind of thing. But again, she just sort of represented this fantasy of like, it's not real. It's this thing you think could have been real. And so some of his like lovey-dovey songs, he said he did also have her kind of in the back of his mind too, because it's not real.
Yeah.
You know? So some of those love songs, you kind of conjure up these feelings that aren't, I mean, I think you think some of the songs that he writes, the like lovey-dovey part is maybe towards this imaginary girl from his high school years that
right.
wouldn't have actually probably worked out if they kept going, you know, but he sort of has that counterbalanced with his like failing marriage and this really difficult situation he was in with his wife, you know. So it's kind of like he could draw on those two relationships, one lovely from your childhood that is imaginary.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or the girl you couldn't get.
And then the reality of like actual relationship is like rough.
Yeah.
But,
and I imagine, you know, Catholics probably took offense to it.
Oh, they did. I was just about to tell you about this part.
Yeah.
So he gets invited onto Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
And he's going to be the musical performer.
Okay.
And the producer's like, hey, man, don't do Only the Good Die Young. Which.
Any other song, but not that one yet.
They should. So don't tell him to do it. He's for sure going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no doubt. I know I live with a person.
With that personality, yeah.
Yes. Who, if you put on your food in the refrigerator, Evan, do not eat. He's like, I'm not even hungry, but I'm going to eat it. That's what he said the other day. Caroline put that, and he's like, I'm not even hungry. I don't even want this, but I'm going to eat it. And I was like, so yeah, the producer said, don't play that song. And of course, Billy Joel's like, I'm obviously going to play that song now. And because it came out, it was highly controversial. Even the archdiocese of, I'm not Catholic.
I don't know what that is, but
area
sounds pretty important.
Yeah. He had heard it and told people not to buy the album, which again sent everyone to the store to buy the album. So that kind of backfired.
Just ignoring it would have served its purpose better.
Yes, because it was anti-Catholic, pro-lust song. I don't know why that makes me laugh, because I'm like, I actually don't live my life like that. But it's a pro-lust song.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
To me, has nothing to do with the Catholic Church. To me, it's just him. I don't know. Maybe seeing this girl who's pretending to be one thing and is not. Yeah.
That's the whole song to me. Again, he's so good at the dichotomy of like what the image that's being portrayed and what your actions actually speak.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah.
And he's good at like. What I love the line. I mean, this is so true. Your mother told you that all that I could give you was a reputation. Can't you hear that, mother?
Yeah.
Well, he's just going to give you a bad reputation. But then he points out, she doesn't really care for me. Has she ever said a prayer for me?
Yeah.
It's kind of like hold somebody's feet to the fire. Like, okay, I'm going to call you to this practice. You say, can you pray for me? Because I'm a punk. No, So I love that he really does kind of point out some of the hypocrisy, maybe a little bit, that he was experiencing, because he's an outsider looking in.
Sure. And come on, we've all had that in our past, relationships like that and things where we thought that. And It's a slice of life.
And he admits he was such a punk. He talks. He's like,
yeah, just a kid, right? Yeah. So I think people take it too seriously.
yes,
Sometimes, yeah. It's not that serious of a song. It's not deep. It's just
just
it's just fun, And I can have. There's some songs I will never do because I feel like, that's a bad song. I'm not going to sing that.
Yeah.
And then there are some songs that are, I don't agree with, maybe what's going on in them or the message of it or anything, but I still can enjoy it because it's fun, and I realize it's not going to.
I'm maybe not letting Caroline memorize every
right.
word
There we
of
go.
the song.
Yeah, see? Got to have wisdom there with it. But it's a fun song, and I would even, sing it around friends and stuff if I were doing a concert or something.
He said when he also first presented this song to Phil Ramone, who is the producer, he said he just shook his head and was like, oh, Billy, we're in for, the quote is, we're in for good trouble with this song. Like, oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Now think of all the things artists do. There's like zero regret.
Yeah, I know. How funny. And that was 77, right? Probably when he did that.
So the musings of a teenage boy on paper that we're all singing along to. That's what I feel like this song is.
Yes. And it's number 6. And those of you who are interested in playing these songs, I actually teach these. I'm a online piano teacher. I have a website called webpianoteacher.com. And all these songs that we're doing on the podcast, and check out the other ones. This isn't the only one we've done. We've done several others. I teach these on the website if you want to learn to play what I'm playing.
I feel like even if you're not a singer, this song would be just fun to play.
Oh, yeah.
Because of and then do you teach that solo part?
Oh, yeah. I teach everything. So I'm one, I don't like to do this. Uh-oh.
That irritates
That's elevator
me.
music.
That irritates me.
I want to do this. I want to play what Billy was playing. Even if I'm not going to sing along to it, I can still hear his voice in my head. I can still sing it myself. I can still, if I can't sing well, I can still give it my shot when nobody else is listening.
And learn the song, I say, just to be able to hit the keys on that.
Yeah.
On that beat 2. What were you saying?
Da, 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 da. Yeah. So, right. And we're the only instrument that does that because we're the only instrument that can pretty much just put melody in the right hand because the guitar players will always play the rhythm. That's why they're so good at rhythms. Yeah. So, that's just my idea. I like to do what Billy's doing. I don't want to play something else. I want to play what he's doing as best I can.
I appreciate that. If you played it another way, I'd be like, you've got to stop.
Yeah. Melody. So
anyway, thank you guys for listening along. We've got how many more left? 3 more left, I think. Yes.
Is that it? Okay. Always a woman and then 2 more.
Yes. Always a woman. Another spicy song that I love that song too. I'm sure you all do also.
I find funny in that one too, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to that one next. So guys, thanks for listening to our little artist series podcast. If you enjoy what you're listening to, you can support us by liking the video, sharing the video, all the things you hear all the people say in the end of their videos all the time. Yeah. I'll just let you follow there.
All right. Go for it.
Much too late. Sooner or later it comes down to fate. Might as well be the one. Told you a statue, told you to pray, built you a temple and locked you away. But they never told you the price that you paid, the things that you might have done.